fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Izuku Midoriya and our girl Katie McKenna. Now, Izuku Midoriya is currently interning with a pro hero, Sir Night-Eye, and Katie, she just participated in the sports festival, where an explosive final match occurred. And, well, to put it simply, she lost more than the match. Anyways, now, with that out of the way, we do have back in Class 1A, where people are talking about the internships. And Mr. Aizawa is informing the people, or the kids, about what they need to do. Internship request did seem to be a bit more one-sided for certain students. Katie, Bakugo, and Todoroki being the ones who do have the most requests, and a lot of the other students talking about how this is unfair. Now, this would be whenever Katie does talk about how she wants to hear about unfair, she should try fighting Todoroki. Now, somebody would then make a joke about how she lost. And let's say Denki, he actually does say that it was actually a pretty cool fight. Him then at least making a stupid motion with his hands, to which Katie almost gets up and socks him for. Now, with that being said, Katie, she actually does go through her request, looking for Sir Night-Eye's agency. Now, this is where she's looking through. She has internship request from a top hero, Mirako, and she's looking through more. Her eyes widening, and her almost screaming like a fangirl, where she does actually have an internship request from her favorite pro, the samurai hero. Now, she does find that request. Her actually thinking for a minute. She can't find Sir Night-Eye's request. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And she actually does contemplate if she should just take this request. However, she does continue looking, putting that one aside, and actually just keeping an eye on it. Her excitedly having her eyes dart back to it, as everyone does watch this happen. Now, she does eventually find Sir Night-Eye's agency request. And, well, it kinda does make her heart sink a little bit. And she's given a dilemma. Go with Deku, or meet her favorite pro hero. This does seem kind of hard for her, but then she does think back to it. She hasn't seen Deku in a little bit of time. And, well, her actually blushing, realizing that that could have been their first date, back in the ice cream shop. And how it was basically ruined. And there's the fact that they're going to be going on a date again. Now, Mr. Aizawa does tell Katie to submit an internship request, who she wants to go with. And she does just hold up Sir Night-Eye's agency request, talking about how this is the one she's going with. Everyone thinking that she's going with the samurai hero, as she would fill out the form, and we do have later, where people are splitting up. Now, we do have at the train station, where Ochako, she is actually talking with Katie, asking her certain questions as they are walking with Ida. Now, they are to get on a train, and they're going to be getting off before Katie. Her internship is a little bit farther than theirs is, but it's on the way. Katie at least asking Ida why he's being so quiet. Him looking up at her, and then going to say that, oh, sorry. He's just been a bit distracted. Her going to say that he better not be thinking back at the sports festival. What? No, not that. Again, I apologize for that happening to you, but still. I'm thinking of something else. You mind explaining it, big guy? Well, it's personal. Come on, Ida, Ochako goes on stating. Saying that they're friends. He can trust them with anything. Now, Ida, he doesn't budge. Until Katie yells at him to simply just tell them. Otherwise, she's gonna have to beat it out of him, isn't she? Him caving and talking about how he's going with a water hose hero or a water hero to try and find the guy who hurt his brother. What? Someone hurt your brother? Yes, they did. I'm hoping to be able to bring this man to justice. Ida, that's pretty serious. I know. And you're gonna do something stupid. Katie goes on stating. Talking about how if he gets hurt or killed, what's gonna happen. He is going to get in a lot of BS. And how he's just gonna leave Ochako alone by herself. Him looking at Katie confused as Ochako does go on blushing, saying to stop talking. What? Come on, Ida, it's obvious. Besides, come on, Ochako. I could say the same thing about you and Deku. Hey, shut up about that. Besides, you don't even know what our conversation was about. Yes, I know, but Momo told me. Damn rich girl. Now, with that being said, we do have Ida actually thinking about this and contemplating it. He's gonna worry people if he gets hurt, so he should actually approach this more cautiously. Now then, with that out of the way, Katie does arrive at Sir Night-Eye's agency. Now, once she does actually arrive, she is greeted by somebody. And then she is told to simply just walk down that way, take the elevator downstairs, and well, he should find Sir Night-Eye and the other candidate, who is currently on internship, there. Now, with that being said, she does listen to those instructions. And she would then actually head that way, going down in the elevator and eventually walking out and being greeted by Sir Night-Eye. As she does learn that Midoriya is currently training with Mirio, and that the two have actually been doing this for a little bit of time. As he actually does tell her to go change into her hero uniform and to then meet them here. Now, with that being said, Sir Night-Eye then does walk back and go to look at the match, wondering if Izuku can actually face off against Mirio and beat him. Now, we do have Katie who does listen to his instructions, changing and then actually going to go watch this fight. Now, with that being said, she does see Midoriya and Mirio going at it. Midoriya is quite literally just a black streak moving around and flying. Whoa, he's already starting to master that quirk? Yes, it would seem so. In fact, he's very impressive with that ability. I believe he's doing extra training on the side. Plus, he's been using it whenever we're flying around or, well, scouting the areas. He's been useful in our investigation. Investigation? Yes. We're currently looking into the Yakuza. The Yakuza? Yes, McKenna, that's what I said. Now, we have plausible cause to believe that they are up to criminal activities. And because of that, we are investigating them to make sure that they are not. Now, this will lead to something very, very big. And I do hope that you are up to the challenge and task. Now, with that being said, this would be whenever Midoriya and Mirio do actually stop sparring. Midoriya running over and talking with Katie, talking about how it's good to see her again. Her actually grabbing Midoriya into a giant hug, and talking about how she's happy that he's doing okay. How do you feel? Oh, well, Midoriya says bring his hand up to the back of his head, talking about how right now he does actually feel like he's at about 90%. However, well, I was instructed not to go over 50. With your quirk? Yeah. So Night still wants me to master 40% and then 50. 40% I was already doing before I got hurt, but 50%, it's easy. It might be easy, young man, but still. You need to be able to use the power efficiently. Besides, with you being indisposed for a couple weeks, or at least 2, we don't know how much progress you've lost. That's true. I've actually gone down a bit in my own power. Midoriya says, actually, smiling at Katie. Her telling Midoriya that they'll just have to train him back up then. Now, with that being said, they do go out on patrol. And actually have a good time. The internship is about 1 week long. And so far, nothing is out of the ordinary. This being where, one day, while they are out on patrol, something seems to go differently. This is whenever Aerie encounters our heroes. And she actually does bump into Katie this time. The moment she actually does that, she actually does turn her head and look down. As she does bend down, saying hi, holding out her hand as Aerie almost screams. Her actually grabbing Aerie and picking her up, helping her back up onto her feet, as she does actually just at least give her a soft smile, saying that she should be a bit more careful. She knows that, right? Huh? Yeah, don't worry about it. It was just a small little accident. Besides, I'm sure you're okay, right? Now, Aerie does just grab onto Katie and hold on to her. Now, this is whenever Overhaul actually does step out, talking about how he's so sorry about his daughter. Now, Midoriya, he actually does step forwards and step in front of Katie, as he does turn around and bend down to see if she's alright. As Katie would just say her name is Aerie, and to ask him questions. She seems scared. Alright. Him turning and asking Overhaul exactly what is his daughter's name. Oh, little Aerie there? She's my young daughter. Besides, she's, well, as you can see, recovering from some injuries. The medicine makes her kind of strange and, well, she forgets sometimes. Doctor says it's normal. Okay, I see. Well, I understand that. Now, Overhaul instructs Aerie to come back with him. How? They need to go back. Katie, actually feeling Aerie, clutch onto her armor more. And she's holding on for dear life. the moment that that does actually happen, this would be where Katie does actually say, "What has he done to her?" As Mirio does try and de-escalate the situation, talking about how they need to let her go for right now. That's his daughter, right? As Midoriya says that something's off, he can feel it. He knows because his danger sense has been going off this entire time. Overhaul actually going to rush forwards as he destroys his glove. Now, the moment that does actually happen, Midoriya actually turns on One for All, and he goes moving out of the way as he does actually slam his fist upwards, as he smashes into Overhaul's right arm, or the back of his right forearm, breaking his right arm. And he then actually does move in, and slam Overhaul directly in the guts, as Overhaul is sent flying. Now, Midoriya then actually does blitz Overhaul. Katie and Lemillion watching him disappear, as Midoriya actually does reappear in the air as Overhaul is sent flying backwards, before Midoriya actually does bring up his hand with Black Whip and restrain Overhaul. He doesn't know much about his quirk, but as he did see, it had something to do with his hands, so it might be like the leader of the League of Villains, Shigaraki. So, if he's going after that assumption, then that means he probably can't use it anywhere else. But just in case he can, he needs to keep his distance. Now, with that being said, Sir Night-Eye, he actually does come by after all this is said and done, as he does see Midoriya with Overhaul in chains, made of Black Whip, asking about what is going on here, and how they need to let that man go. Now, Katie defends Midoriya, talking about how this young girl here is scared of this man, and look at her bandages, talking about how he's done something to her, and how this is reasonable enough. Now, Eri actually has breakdown crying, saying that Overhaul is a villain. As Mirio, he does want to understand this more. However, Sir Night-Eye, he does actually just bend downwards and look straight in Overhaul's eyes, as he does see what he's going to do in the next 24 hours. And he does see the experiment on Eri, before his angry expression goes to dead calm, as he does just lean back up and tell Midoriya to take Overhaul to the pros, or to heroes. They are going to get him sorted out. Now, we do have Mirio, who's confused by all of this, watching Sir Night-Eye actually get angry, and talk about how he is not going to hurt that girl anymore. Now then, with that being said, the internship is over, and they actually do look up Eri and her quirk. Now, this would be whenever we do also have the Hero Association, who, after they discover Sir Night-Eye's, well, premonition, they are actually given permission by authorities to search Overhaul's compound. And many different people are arrested, them trying to defend the area along with actually trying to break Overhaul out. Pro heroes moving in on all sides. The compound, they do find what Overhaul was working on, along with, well, yeah, arresting any villains that they can. Now, some villains do obviously escape. However, not many make it out of there. Now, with that being said, there actually is at the end of the internship, where Katie and Midoriya do leave back home. And Katie is actually, Eri is brought to UA a little bit earlier. Now then, with that being said, this would be where Principal Nezu, he actually does try to devise a way for Eri to at least use or learn about her quirk. Since what they believe, the data they found on her does talk about, and the research Overhaul was conducting. A quirk-destroying weapon made from Ares' blood. That sounds bad, especially if villains get their hands on it. Now, with that being said, I do believe that this would be the point where UA decides to implement the dorm system. Since it would be good for Eri to not only be around Katie and Midoriya, since she does seem to like them a lot, but it might also help to keep her calm. And allow her to actually interact with people that she's already comfortable with. And she does talk about how it was neat to watch all of them do that to Overhaul. Especially liking the part where he got taken away by the pro heroes. Now, she does still seem to be a little bit down in the dumps. However, that will soon be solved. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing night. Catch you guys in the next part.